Welcome everybody, and I'm just doing a small little addition to the blog I've just brought out because what I realised is that I didn't cover what I watched this week or what I listened to, but the reason for that is I overran a little bit. But I do like to give out shout outs to people that make video content because basically it's a damn hard thing to do, and it's a huge thing to your confidence when you do it. And I like to give feedback and so forth. But I just wanted to bring that back in, and so this is just a very quick 5 or 10 minute thing, just to give out some shout outs. So normally I'd tell you what I watched, and I'd be watching Star Trek New World, Strange New Worlds, and Obi-Wan, which I haven't done this week. But I have been very busy watching your guys' stuff, and I'll start off with Mainmeister because basically his content has grown a little bit the last week or so because he was away for a time. And during the week, he asked me to come on and do a little bit of a chat for his Friday Waffle. And I can't tell you just how much of a confidence boost it is to be asked to do something like that. Now, Mainmeister and I, we're good friends, and he calls me during the week and sees how I am, and I ask how he is and that sort of stuff. But to actually be asked to go on to a show that actually has a bigger subscriber base than mine is a big boost to me. And it also means that he sort of appreciates my point of view on things, and then argue the calls about that. And if I could tell you a waffle that you really need to watch, would be the waffle that's just gone, the one that came out on Friday. We tackled a number of subjects, and ones that would go beyond the norm in regards to retro, i.e., bullying. For which that's something that's quite personal to me, but I'm quite happy to discuss it, and I think we tackled that subject quite well. So it's definitely worth a watch. Not only to get the opinion of Panther, who's got a great amount of knowledge on things, but also to tackle such issues as those. I'm sure you've now got a little bit more of an insight in Panther and Mainmeister and myself in what makes us tick and what probably started out what we were doing. So that's definitely worth a watch. Look out for Mainmeister. Panther's just released another one of his Sid videos, literally today, and just like anything, it was great to see something that's just been released out there for you to listen to. And I've just been for a walk, so I was listening to it while I was getting wet. Um, but it, but it, but it also, if it's something that you've not heard before, it's something that you then research back on. Um, Panther always has that ability in him to do that for me. He'll introduce you to something, not put too much information, but there is enough there for you to know what it is. And then if it's something that you like, you'll go back and research stuff, and you'll come across, a quilt, a patchwork quilt of quality of stuff that people have produced in these years. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Panther, for that. And then I mentioned in my main blog Steve. Now Steve has been a great follower of Mainmeister and Panther, and he's a major contributor into the Discord channel. And he's been thinking about doing a little video for himself of him playing games, giving a little retrospective of what he thought of the game back in the day, playing it, and then observe for yourself whether you agree with him or not on whether something is really good or really bad. Now, there are possibly multitudes of these, but the thing about it is that we're all at different ages. This is what I find about this. Some of us are very young, some of us are middle-aged, some of us are a bit older. And so our nostalgia comes into it, and then we slag it off because we're playing it now. And then there is the younger set that are discovering something that was played back in the day, and they appreciate something not seen before, even if it's a very simplistic look to the consoles that are out there. I definitely recommend going to Steve's channel. I'll try and put, by the way, some of these links in the description, because he's made me smile and laugh at some of the untimely deaths. I really feel for you, Steve. Impossible Mission, you get those rooms that start off nastily at the beginning, you'll die. So thanks very much for bringing joy this week to me, and I hope your channel goes well, mate. I've subscribed. And then there is my mate Down the Rabbit Hole, who always brings in different elements. It's not just retro. He's doing films. He's doing stuff about, you know, little aspects of our films, like expanding it about the chess game that's in Thing and so forth. So he brought in a little conversation about Chun-Li, because Street Fighter 6 is about to come out, and he started to talk about how Chun-Li was his go-to character, and then what the media has done with Chun-Li as a visual look. And I'm pretty sure if you do look up Chun-Li, she's a female fighter. It talks about how they've changed, you know, made her more muscly looking, and this Street Fighter 6 has gone another direction again. And I mean, it's interesting. I didn't have too much to say about it, other than surely she's getting a little bit older now, so she's going to lose some of those character bits to it. But yeah, I totally agreed with a number of points that they've changed to that character over the years, and how much it affected the game. So good one to watch. And of course, there's plenty of other channel content that he's brought out with. And then of course we've got Ponder, and he's done he does a blog, I think, about every month. Not like me every week where you're having to listen to my crap, but he was talking a little bit about things that haven't worked for him, things that he's purchased, a little bit like mine. It's quite interesting. I think that I was sort of most engrossed when he was talking about his speaker system, which got broke because of a certain cat in his house. And he didn't, I don't know if he didn't realise, or whether it just a quirk that happened when he was replacing his surround system, because he started talking about passive and active speakers, something that I'm well aware of with my surround sound system. So if I was buying a surround sound system, you have to take into consideration that sometimes you want some energy efficiency. You only want the subwoofer or something to come on at the time that it's needed, a passive speaker. What it has the lack of doing is that if you're watching TV with a surround sound system, then you want it permanently on, really, because you want it on at the same time as the telly, and the telly is on for a long period of time. So you would buy an active speaker, something that's on all the time. So he found out that his speaker was a passive speaker, and so it kept switching itself off, because what you have to understand is that particular channel, which is probably a sub channel, is not going to be used that much, and it probably alters as well the other speakers in his system. These are all guesses, but from his setup point of view. But from a setup view, that's the differences in the Atmos sound systems, the 5.1s, the 7.1s. They're all generally passive when it comes to the subwoofer, or active. So that was interesting. Don't want to give too much away. His blog is great. He's been doing some stuff with his games. So please go and watch his channel. Very, very knowledgeable guy, a very helpful guy to everybody in Discord. And that's it. Very, very quickly, I just forgot I needed to do that, and I wanted to give a big shout out to those people. These people put in hours of their time, and it took me a huge stretch of confidence for me to start my blog. Thanks, guys, for creating your own ones since mine, or carrying on ones that I've lovingly watched over the last couple of years. Thanks, guys, and till next week, bye bye.